Okay, we're live on that end. Got that. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to get a quick show going with the trophy wife. Now, obviously, y'all know I don't give a damn about no trophy wife, right? But what I do give a damn about is the Gladiator BW always, you know, the Gladiator BW don't quit, for lack of better terms. It's always some shit. Now, I tried to cover the story, but so many things happen when I try to do it. Other things pop up, and I never get to the story. Mainly because I don't give a fuck. So we're going to try to cover it today for a little bit. Got a little bit of time. So you have the Queen Maker, trophy wife niece. Queen Maker, trophy wife niece, pop the balloon, and all this other stuff. So we're going to try to cover all this. This trophy wife niece. So yeah, man. These gladiators, bro. We can get into it every way possible. I mean, this woman right here is messed up. It's messed up. Like think about it. A man who has transitioned can actually look like her. That's how bad it is out here. So we're going to cover everything, man. Let's start here.
This is what Shira said.
Oh, right. And Shira 7. Right. That bitch too. Right. And Shira 7. Right. Let's get it. Shira 7 is the girl who's supposed to have put her up to it.
Her purpose was when she started this. About 10. Why did I decide to go online? Long ago, about 10 plus years ago, I told this story so many times. I'm getting tired of telling it. I told y'all I was a housewife for 10 plus years, shopping during the day when everybody else was at work, just minding my business, having a good old time. I was at the store, and there was a girl behind the register. I don't know. I think she was pregnant, or she was really pretty. She was really pretty. She was too pretty to be working. And she had a little attitude because I was out shopping, doing the most, spending a lot of money, just not having to clock in nowhere. And so instead of being offended, I just said, you know what? She don't need to be behind that register. She looks better than me. Let me start a channel to help these women get this information on how to get this bag from these dudes. Instead of being with these dusties, have to clock in looking this cute. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So that's why we always say this is what you alpha guys are up against. Somebody who wants your money and don't give a damn about you, which is fine. Let's go.
So that's how my first book came about. Too pretty to pay bills. Too pretty to work. Da, da, da. I see women that look better than me in a drive-thru that shouldn't even be there. I see women at the grocery store checkout that shouldn't even be there. I see pregnant women waiting tables that shouldn't be there. So I do this for women to help them realize their value and their worth. And most of the time, the women are clocking in with some dusty bum laying up in their house asking for half the money at meal time when they don't have to. I said, look at me. You look better than me. You younger than me. You cuter than me. Why are you clocking in?
See that? To see that? You talking about a woman who decided to tell women, don't be with this man that loves you. Y'all both working or not, but you working, you know that man loves you and everything. Don't do that. Get out here, get with these boss men who may, want to sleep with you or whatever the case is. They could be carrying, these boss men, they get around. They carry diseases. They'll do whatever they want to do. You don't tell the women the whole story. And, before you know it, these women are based on no love, searching for the next one that could fund them. And that was cool. So she said it was 10 years ago or whatever the case was. Yes, it worked back then. That whole 10 years, men have been getting hip to everything. So it don't work anymore. But let's go.
Okay.
And it's funny.
I started my channel to help with
Go ahead.
to understand their value and their worth, and give them their options, teach them about starting a business so they don't have to clock in no more, so they can be a boss if they want to, so they can collect money, so they can be a housewife, so they can do all of the above. Because a lot of women don't realize this, and they still out there working for their dusty every single day, looking stupid.
Now, that's what Cheryl said her message was about.
Working for their dusty, looking stupid, instead of getting with all these other men that's definitely going to take care of you and wipe you up. That was cool back then.
This is what Cheryl said her message was about. Her first book was Too Pretty to Pay Bills. This is why I asked y'all, what are you taking from the message? What are you taking from it psychologically? What do you hear? Because based on what you hear, your behavior and what you are doing is based on the dominant program that's in your mind. I told you again that this book right here, this the Bible. This book got so many pages, and you got hardcore Christians that ain't read even a quarter of this motherfucker. But they can sum up to you what they get out of this book in 1 or 2 sentences. And if you know anything about Christianity and Christian, you know most of them don't know nothing. You know most of them don't know Billy Squat. They couldn't tell you nothing for real about this book. You know that.
These black women, they go after the Christians. They go after anybody. And that's a damn shame. She had the Bible in her neck, in her hand, cussing and stuff. I mean, no decency. She had the Bible in her hand, cussing. Now, I don't read the Bible, but I ain't going to pick the Bible up and start cussing. I have a little bit of decency. Listen to this.
You got hardcore Christians that ain't read even a quarter of this motherfucker.
What
But
the
they can sum
hell?
up to you what
Unbelievable.
this the Bible. This book got so many pages, and you got hardcore Christians that ain't read even a quarter of this motherfucker.
Oh, shit. This woman. Oh.
They can sum up to you what they get out of this book in 1 or 2 sentences. And if you know anything about Christianity and Christian, you know most of them don't know nothing. You know most of them don't know Billy Squat.
Wow.
They couldn't tell you nothing for real about this book. You know that.
Black women are some of the most wicked people I've ever heard or seen. This one is wicked, want to get men for money, and this one is cussing with a hand on the Bible, and she don't want women to be with men. Period. So she want women to get men for money and don't love them for real, and she want women to not want men. Period.
That's why I asked you, what do you take away from the message? You know why that is important. I'm going to show you again. So y'all just heard that. Let's go back. Let's go back to the trophy wife, the new trophy wife. Let's go back and listen to her say what she's going to say. Okay? All right?
We got the trophy wife
Please
niece
keep in
coming
mind
up
that
after
this is
this.
an educational channel where I break down the psychological aspects of people. I review content, and I speak in terms of behavioral science.
Ma'am, the first line of order is, why are you a lesbian? Let's be for real. What is the behavior?
Understanding human behavioral patterns.
Wow.
And where they originate from. Again, remember the definition that I just put up here. I told you that the majority of these women are desperate.
Okay, we're cooking here. So this is what I say. So the majority of women are desperate, but you want them. I don't get it. That's why I say when I listen to this bitch, I get a little stupid.
Extremely desperate. Do you understand? And these women are not only putting their own lives in danger, they are putting the lives of their children in danger.
So The only time a woman is not in danger is when she's with you. Got it.
And what I would like to do is wake you up so that you can see what it
Let me show you how to block this ad. First, you're gonna click on this video, then you're gonna download Hive. It's an ad blocker that's the
is happening. I just want you to see it so that you can begin to change it.
We fucked up out here. We fucked up out here, man. Look at my
I had to
sister.
switch computers. Give me a second
Look at my sister.
so I can send this to myself.
Unbelievable.
To listen to picking.
This topic might be a little bit
These bitches
Might be
talk
a
so
little bit
slow. I gotta speed this shit up. This is
but I think it's
crazy.
necessary to talk about this because there seems to be this war going on between the manosphere and the other side that they like to call modern women, but to me it's just women. I don't know. So I wanted to call attention to the two what I would call leaders of these movements. One being Shira Seven and the other being Kevin Samuels. As you guys know, if you've already watched my other videos, that Shira Seven, her teachings changed my life. And I would not be where I am today without her teachings. She is really helping women to realize their worth and value. And
So this is what happened. Okay, now I'm getting it. Now I'm finally getting it. Okay. Now I'm getting it. Shira Seven, we just saw what she said. So this woman might have been working at a bus stop or some shit like that, right? And she decided to level up, right? And she was giving Shira Seven the credit. Now, from what I've heard, I haven't seen it yet. Her husband did something to her children, that was taken care of. Whatever the case is, like I said, these women out here, they know that the husband did something, and they always researching everybody else. Why they won't put his picture all over the internet? That's a whole nother story. But anyway, so Shira Seven teachings has gotten this woman in big trouble. And now this woman's niece is coming to speak out. So it's a whole thing. Let's go.
not just laying around with any old man, boy, dusty, what so have you, and requiring more from men to have access to us. Which I think is really something that was the standard years ago.
You see this shit? Requiring more out of men to have access to my box. Are you fucking... Why do you think the passport bros do what they do? You bitches requiring more out of men to get some garbage fibroided up ass ovarian cis ass pussy.
So what she's teaching is something that has been practiced longer than what's going on right now in the world, or at least in the Western world here in America. And I think that is truly a blessing to have someone like her showing us that we don't have to accept less, that we don't have to settle for bare minimum when it comes to men, especially if you look good. So many women are
all right, especially if you look good. Did y'all pick up all the word patterns? Did you pick up all the word tracks? Did you pick up all the word tracks?
Wow.
If you just came in and you're late, unfortunately, you cannot participate in the questioning because you missed out on some critical stuff. Okay?
Wow.
So now you just got to listen. So we got to go back. If you listen to the word patterns, go back and listen to what Shira said her message was about.
Wow.
I decided to go online. Long ago, about 10 plus years ago, I told this story so many times. I'm getting tired of hearing it. I told y'all I was a housewife for 10 plus years, shopping during the day when everybody else was at work, just minding my business, having to go now. I was at the store, and there was a girl behind the register. I don't know. I think she was pregnant, or she was really pretty. She was really pretty. She was too pretty to be working. And she had a little attitude because I was out shopping, doing the most, spending a lot of money, just not having to clock in nowhere. And so instead of being offended, I just said, you know what? She don't need to be behind that register. She looks better than me. Let me start a channel to help these women get this information on how to get this bag from these dudes instead of being with these duds.
Wow.
Looking this cute. You know what I'm saying? So that's how my first book came about, Too Pretty to.
Wow. Wow. So you had Kevin Samuels telling sisters, yo, be more of a value to a high value man or any man on your level, right? Right? And you had this woman say, yo, I don't want none of you women, just believe that you look good and I'll show you how to, get money from a man because I'm doing it. And then kept the ball going, a la Derrick Jackson. But like I say, it is what it is, man.
Pay bills, too pretty to work. I see women that look better than me in a drive-thru that shouldn't even be there. I see women at the grocery store checkout that shouldn't even be there. I see pregnant women wait tables that shouldn't be there. So I do this for women to help them realize their value and their worth. And most of the time, the women are clocking in with some dusty balloon laid up in their house asking for half the money at meal time when they don't have to. I said, look at me. You look better than me. You're younger than me. You're cuter than me. Why are you clocking in? Okay. So I started my channel to help women to understand their value and their worth. And they're giving their options, teaching them about starting a business so they don't have to clock in no more, so they can be a boss if they want to, so they can collect money, so they can be a housewife, so they can do all of the above. Because a lot of women don't realize this, and they still out there working for their dusty every single day, looking stupid. Okay.
So what's the core message? What is the core message? This is ultimately what people take away from the message. And what type of person wants this message? A lazy, desperate woman.
Oh, whoa. No. See, because what happens when this woman talks, she basically talking to all black women. That's just all you talking to.
Yes, and let a man trick on her. That's the type of woman that wants that content.
Ma'am, white women do it all the time. Fat white women, ugly white women, deformed, weird body white women. They got themselves a husband. They want to be taken care of. That's what it is.
Too pretty to pay bills. Women who don't want to work. And what did the trophy wife say? It's good that we have an option to do all of these things, but we're coming to quickly realize we don't want to do the work that men do. The type of woman that wants that information is a desperate woman. Listen to me. Is a desperate woman. So y'all tell me that Shira says don't be desperate, but the very spirit of desperation is what flocks to the message. They're there because they're desperate. They're there because they got this deep urge to have a man fund their lifestyle. A lot of them are there because they still want to have sex with men.
Ma'am. Yo, I can't do this shit, man. Hey, yo, son, a woman supposed to want a man to take care of them. Where does it get mixed up at? A woman works at CVS. She might look good. She might not look good. She believes that the guy that works at CVS with her is not on her level. You see what I'm saying? When they could both rock together and be good together. So they're not going to do that. But guess what's the second part that you said? She still wants to have sex. So she'll throw herself at all these other guys who are above her level, but don't want her like that. And she'll get sex from them, and they'll go out to a fancy place or a vacation, and she'll come back to CVS knowing that this guy would have to save up for a whole year to do that for her one night experience, right? So it never works out. I mean, the message is what it is. It's just the way it is.
But want these men to pay for them, right? That's who's there. And these are women who don't know nothing about the streets, a lot of them, because this is typically the mind of a sex worker. And so these women coming out trying to figure out how to get into sex work, they ain't just listening to Shira. No. They're not just listening to Shira. They going over to 304 TikTok. So what the type of women have a whore mentality?
It's true. That's true. That's true. See, this bitch is such of a Twilight Zone phony that She's telling the truth about women. Okay? But she don't want them to be with no man. But she wants to be with women that act like that, and that's the mass who she's talking to. It's the weirdest shit. I don't. This message hits to the women because what? I don't know. She's calling all of you women out for what you are on the count of money and eggplant, but she's not saying that, yo, you're not out there getting with eggplant and marrying one eggplant and being faithful and help meeting that guy every way possible. It's the weirdest message.
The easy way out is to sell your body and your looks for money. The type of woman that wants this content has a whore mentality. She's lazy.
Ma'am. What mindset does the woman that want to get married to a man and have a family have? See, when these people talk certain messages, they don't give the whole message. You know, when I speak, I give it up for, someone who I put myself in someone else's shoes, and they can say something that totally disagrees with me, and I gotta say no problem. But you cannot just give half of the the story.
Don't want to work. She want a man to fund her lifestyle. She believes she's too pretty to work. This is why the girl also gravitated to Kevin Samuels. We got to look at Kevin Samuels too. We got to listen to Kevin Samuels too, because Kevin Samuels, before he passed away, before Kevin passed away, Kevin made a video telling a woman not to believe her child if she come and tell her that Kevin was looking at me in the shower.
Stop relying on ChatGPT if you want to scale your business in 2020.
Yo, these women are something the fuck else, yo. These bitches are crazy.
Now, why is this important? Listen. Why is this important? I knew I was supposed to take phone calls at the beginning of the show, and I just jumped right in it. I apologize. We still gonna take phone calls for sure. We'll definitely take phone calls. We definitely take phone calls. Why is this important?
This is sick.
Because she was listening to Kevin. Because a lot of y'all women, you have a problem. And what is your problem? Your problem is you don't know nothing about men. So what y'all end up doing is you end up with any one of these 41 shades of men. See, whether you know that there are 41 shades of men or not, you still ended up with them. You're still dating them. You're still entertaining them. You're still sleeping with them.
Ma'am. If they're doing all that and you don't want them to do it, could you please say at the end of the sentence, what do you suggest that they do? Could you please tell them what to do, being that you're telling them what not to do? Please. Can we all know so everybody could be on the same track?
For some reason, you don't start thinking about a pedophile until a pedophile do something. See, for some reason, you don't think that a pedophile would fuck an adult. You don't think a pedophile will have sex with a grown woman. So you out here dating any old man, getting knocked up by any one of these 41 shades. You get pregnant by an I want your child man. You get pregnant by an I want your child man. And then you give him the title of father just because you got pregnant by him. And in your mind, you think it's okay to leave your child around this man who you didn't know which one of these 41 shades he was. You didn't know. But since you said he was the father, you now feel real safe and secure to leave your child around him because he the daddy. Well, he the daddy, so I can't trust the father around his children. Ma'am, you don't even know who you're dealing with. You don't know which one of these 41 shades that you were screwing. Because you get pregnant for anybody. You give anybody a baby. You for dope dealers, you for criminals that did stints in prison. You have sex with down low men. You have sex with bi men. You have sex.
Brother, like I said, when you listen to these women, you get to learn how disgusting the black woman is. You get to really learn how disgusting the black woman is. You understand? Because they tell on each other. Their sisterhood is garbage. They just disrespect each other anytime they get upset.
You give anybody a baby. You for dope dealers. You for criminals that did stints in prison. You have sex with down low men. You have sex with bi men. You have sex with other women's men. You don't care who you produce a baby for. You don't care. And so your excuse is, oh, well, he the daddy. Well, let's see what Kevin Samuels says. Let's see what Kevin Samuels says about the children. Oh, I don't know if y'all thought I don't know what y'all might have thought tonight's show was going to be about. I don't really know. I don't really know, but let me make sure
If you don't need about your child's father,
okay, so let me play this for you. I hope y'all ready for it. You ready? Let's go. Let's see what Kevin's saying. Because see, she was listening to Kevin Samuels, and I want to tell you something about the spirit now. When we finish listening to Kevin, I'm gonna tell you some science about the spirit. Right.
how do you think you can make your asset to the? How do you think you can make your child an asset to the kind of man you want to marry?
How do I make my child an asset?
To the kind of man you would want to marry?
I feel like I would have to train her to be an asset, as in get her ready for life in general. Put her in classes to make sure she's smart, make sure she's not, putting that time to make her a better person. But am I right?
No, the question is how to make your child an asset to that man. That makes her an okay person. But how can you adopt? And this is a question all women have to answer for themselves. How are my children benefiting you as my husband?
I never thought about that.
Well, and that's
What would you suggest? I'm just wondering because
I would say it's going to be extremely difficult. But what I would suggest is women who actually think about it from the man's side, understanding that my child today is a liability because it costs. So number one, is she well-mannered, well-behaved, smart, taking care? Does she understand? And do I really believe that you're going to come second to my husband? Is my husband going to come first, or is it we're a package deal? If you're a package deal, that's no deal. I'll be honest, it's a package deal, that's no deal because let's say you and I would get married, you got a daughter, right? So let's say we have 2 kids together, and your child is 5. So 10 years from now, your daughter comes home and said, Kevin touched you, look at me getting out of the shower. What happens next?
the relationship would have to end.
Huh?
That's not something the relationship would end immediately.
Because your daughter said I looked at her getting out of the shower. Kevin touched you, look at me getting out of the shower. Kevin touched you, look at me getting out of the shower. So that means I should never listen to it. I said I should avoid women like you because off the rip, your desire to defend your child, when you got 2 of our kids, and off rip, your protective instinct says everything, including those other 2 kids. Do you? I'm saying the relationship will have to end. So what would you tell our 2 children?
That's the situation.
No, you said the relationship will have to end.
So
So
it would have to end because I have to end my kids. If I have 3 kids, one by someone else, 2 by my
what I'm telling you, what I'm saying is what we tell our 2 children.
comfort situation. We have to part ways.
You can get the cat. You can get the cat.
Because I'm not going to do it.
No, but you're not taking my kids. See, that's what I mean. Y'all act like y'all got too much power.
It's not power.
First of all, you didn't even. First off, you didn't even. I just said what she said. You didn't even question whether or not the claim was there. Because that's your child. That's why I'm saying your child can never be an asset to anybody. Ask you to treat your child like it's biologically mine when you'd be willing to blow up my biological children's shit or something else. And you know kids can say anything.
They can, but you have to protect your kids at all costs.
Then
You got to call.
Then no. No. Switch the situation. If I'm that child's biological father, and she comes out of the shower, and 10 years later, Daddy looked at me in some kind of way, and I'm her biological dad, then what do you say? See, but you notice how you couldn't pull rank on you? You couldn't pull that, we got to separate. You couldn't pull rank on you. You couldn't pull biological rank. You want to, but you're like, well, damn, this is here too.
It would have to be in a situation as well.
And you have to get out.
I can do that.
So when we deal with people, you believe. This is why you don't deal with women with children because, especially in our community, there is no blending families when this kind of stuff comes up. Because single mothers are too used to pulling rank. This is why single mothers are potentially so dangerous. Because you're not used to having to actually split the responsibility. It's your child. And that's fine. But then why should any man have to deal with that? So I feel sorry for you ladies, but this is the position a lot of them put themselves in, and then we're supposed to do what about it? Because if it was biologically my child, you said, why would you not question your child? Why would you not question your child? Why would you not just say, girl, whatever, that's your daddy. Girl, whatever, that's your daddy. Girl, whatever, that's your daddy. Girl, whatever, that's your daddy.
So he advised her, why won't you just say, if your daughter say, daddy did something to me, why won't you just say, girl, whatever, that's your daddy?
Now, What do I have to say about all of that? Let's get to it. Now, see, this is the problem right here. This is something that anybody that watches my channel, I try to tell brothers. See, what this whole situation start ringing to me was, see, everybody's right, but everybody's wrong, right? Now, the reason why Kevin is right is because he believes in traditional times. And I tell men, never believe in traditional times. This is new modern times. People are more freaky and liberal and progressive and all this wild shit. So that's why the women are right, because you got to be way careful with how crazy people are in this new society in the modern times. So like I said, that girl said her husband did something to the children. So there's no real argument anybody could say. You can't say it was a stepdaddy. You can't say it was an uncle. It was those children's father that did something. My problem with that story is, why is his face not all over the internet? Why we all can't know who that dude is? So if one of us happen to see him, we could do something. Who knows what it may be? Why is his face not all over the internet, yo? These women are so worried about what Kevin said and this and that. And I understand everybody's argument there. But this is the dude face that should be all over the internet, not no plumber boy. Everybody's not Diddy. Everybody should have this nigga's thumbnail all over the place. So I'm still missing something here. The reason why I don't have the thumbnail, this is the reason why I don't have the thumbnail. I don't do none of that receipt shit. If I can't get it on YouTube, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I got CNN up here. I got, regular shit. But these women, they go look up niggas' records. These men go look up niggas' life. But why is his picture not on the internet so that we can possibly run into this dude? That's the person that no man likes.
Now this is the spirit. This is the spirit of the person that the trophy wife was listening to. She was listening to this spirit. So in her video, she says, basically, it was Shira's message that got her in this situation. And it was Kevin's message that was keeping her there. Because she said she started listening to Kevin after she was married, after she got married. So basically, in other words, Shira got her married, Kevin kept her married, right? But did she know that Kevin said this? The question.
With this new
So what we have here, something must have happened to the woman's, what happens to the children, right? Now, the girls, what is this? Is this her niece? Who's this? Oh, that's the same girl.
But there's that saying, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's when you'll make a change, and that's very true. So it's just all about whenever you have the courage to do that. So I find some noise in the background. I don't know how much you all can hear, but there's so many of us that it's just like that. So if you hear stuff in the background, just
not her saying if you hear stuff in the background, act like you don't hear it. Not this baby screaming, ow, 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 while you got a man up there, ow, ow, ow. And then she starts screaming and crying, and then you tell them, if you hear something in the background, act like you don't hear it.
Ma'am, why you don't have that man's picture up? Fuck all this detective bullshit. Where's that man's picture? Because these people are starting to piss me off, B.
Not nobody saying nothing about this. And not the internet coming to rush into her defense. Not so many people on the internet rushing to her defense. But they spread it all over the internet that I was abusive and neglectful. While they sit up here defending a woman that was getting great, that got great 4 times at the beginning of her marriage, knowing what this man is capable of, and got the nerve to sit here and say, if you hear something in the background, act like you don't hear it. not the goddamn internet, not raging.
What's good? What's good, pimp?
That ain't even my child, and I want to jump through the doggone computer and grab this chick by her neck.
That's what I was saying. I got pissed off too, but I'm pissed off at you, bitch. Where's that man's picture at? Where's that man's picture at? Why we can't have that? Where's that man's picture? Fuck all this acting like you was doing something. Oh, so the bitch was lying? Hey, yo, I don't know. You supposed to be able to see these you supposed to be able to see the chat on top of the screen. I don't know if you can or you can't. Let me know. Shit. Supposed to be able to see your chat. All right, so she was lying, so that's why this girl came out. All right, let's go.
Now, I know you know who the trophy wife is because she's been going up and down my timeline for the last couple of days. Her name is Isis, or Paloma, which is her real name. This lady is completely insane. Let's just start from there. Background story. Her and my uncle got together really quick. From what I've been seeing and what I've been told, she thought that she was getting a come up with my uncle. But then when things didn't go her way and she pretty much seemed that she could no longer hide the things that she was doing behind closed doors, she ended up trying to find a different route, which was to come on here and lie to you all and tell you that her daughter had been touched by her dad, which that is not the case. Her daughter had been touched by her son, and she didn't want anybody to know because she wanted to try to make it seem like my uncle was the bad guy because she wasn't getting what she wanted in the divorce. I always...
Well, hold on. Now, whose son is it? Is it your uncle's son or is it a separate son?
I think that they're the bad guys because it goes both ways. And I am a mother of a black little boy. So for me, I can understand why she would want to cover up for her son, but at the same time, me personally, if my son is doing anything like that and I have other kids, I want to get him the best help possible away from his siblings until he is confirmed better. And I know he's no longer a threat to the other kids in the house, because you can't just sit over there and single out one kid and be like, oh, I'm going to protect this one, but whatever happens to the other ones just happens. That's not okay. And then you want to sit over here and portray to these women out here that, oh, it's okay to be a trophy wife. Just go for that rich man type deal. No, how about go get your own money? How about stop sitting over, stop. Please, ladies, please. Stop.
Here we go. Now, this is some other girl's video, because I don't know where to find none of this shit at. So, what do we always say? Gladiator BWs lead with their wallet. Like, we're breaking this down for a whole different reason. This is about Gladiator BWs just out of control in every way. We break down the misuse of their box. We break down the mentality. We break down just the chaos that they stay involved in.
Stop waiting on a man to fulfill your life financially, spiritually, emotionally, all this other extra stuff, and find your own way. Do that. Because when you find your own way and you know your self-worth and you know what you are capable of and what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate, then the good man will come find you. But until you know your self-worth, you're just going to keep picking up anything off the street and being like, oh, okay, he got a little bit of money in his pocket, so he's going to treat me right. No. Because the one thing that you don't realize is that man that has that money, he's also got a little brain in his head too. So he also is already aware of these women that's coming out here to do these things to him or try to trap him in these ways just for money or attention or the clout or whatever. Like, come on. We are in 2024, about to be 2025. Why are we still doing these same little tricks?
Okay, hold on. So what we have here, we have self-admittance. with this whole Trump and Kamala Harris thing and them losing and everything, we're getting a lot of self-admittance. How they was with the white woman. And she just admitted, yeah, those tricks are old. So you was playing tricks. So it was all about bullshit with you bitches. And it is. See, they get to telling on themselves.
Money or attention or the clout or whatever. Like, come on. We are in 2024, about to be 2025. Why are we still doing these same little tricks? Somebody needs to be teaching y'all how to make your own money, how to get your own way. So then that way, when you do find that good man with a lot of money, then y'all can build together instead of sitting over there waiting for him to give you an allowance or whatever, your little stipend for the month. Be real. Just want to let y'all know, for the Cresties and the Dusties, please be mindful of what you put out here on the internet, because you can be getting a lawsuit coming to your doorstep for you putting out accusations of stuff that you have no idea about. Everything that I'm telling you right now on this computer screen or on this platform, I'm letting you know that this is the truth. This woman is no records that that little girl has been touched by my uncle. No records. She tried to put it on my uncle that he abused her youngest son, which loves my uncle to death. But the day that her and her ex tried to put out there that my uncle had abused her son, he wasn't in the state. He wasn't nowhere near. So once they went to the hospital and they took the little boy to the hospital, the one thing that they didn't do this time is the social workers pulled him aside and started asking him questions and asked him, who hurt you? Come to find out, the little boy told and said that it was her. Not only that, her oldest son has sent my uncle threatening messages. He has rubbed poop on the walls at multiple family members' house, including theirs. He has pushed his younger brother down the stairs to the point where he had a concussion, and she didn't want to take him to the hospital because she didn't want them to know that she had, a son that had been abusing on her other kids. And then not only that, he hasn't just touched the two girls, he's touched all three of the kids. He's touched his little brother, he's touched his 4-year-old sister, and he's touched his 2-year-old sister. Wow. But all of this will come out eventually. My uncle cannot say anything right now because the case is still open.
Well, I don't understand. This woman is a nobody. Who the fuck is she? We would have never knew about this shit. Who the fuck is she? They put this shit on people's timeline, man. Who is this bitch? Where she gotta come out and save somebody. Nobody gives a fuck. I mean, we care about the children, but for the most part, we would have never knew. I don't get it. They put this shit on every black person's timeline. I seen it. I just never would watch it. Why would they put that on every black person's timeline? What type of weirdo shit is going on, man? This woman, I don't know this woman from nowhere. What? She could have just kept it in-house and got her son some help. What we say is he should have got his ass beat, but she should have got him some help. Wow. I don't even understand why this story is out. Some weird shit, how they play on us black people is sick. This is sick shit. This is some sick shit.
But my thing is, you sitting over here saying that he did all of this stuff, but if he did, the police themselves said that he would be in jail. They would have took him to jail as soon as the hospital said, oh my gosh, the baby's been touched. He would have been in booking right away. He wouldn't be out right now working. He wouldn't be out right now being bothered with all of this extra stuff that you're putting on him because of the fact that you want money. Like, what mother uses this platform to sit up there and say, my babies have been raped or my babies have been touched, excuse me, and then sit over there and then try to put a GoFundMe page up? You know why she's putting that GoFundMe page up? Because my uncle has had enough. He's not giving you any money. He's not sitting over there playing into your little schemes where she sits over there and tries to have her kid's father on his phone to get him to talk to the kids so that she can say he's in breach of a restraining order. Like,
What? Oh. Because earlier she just said her and her ex is scheming against her now husband. And now she said her and her ex. So her and her ex just gets busy. Like, this is crazy, man. That's why what they don't understand, what I am learning out of all this stuff is, I mean, it's still dividing the community, but I am learning that black men will not really fuck with you people. Serious. This is
there's
crazy.
so much proof behind all of this stuff that you all do not realize that is going to come down on her head. But yet you all are sitting over here believing her sob story, not doing your research, and paying her money. This girl has up to $2,000 already on GoFundMe, probably more now because I haven't even checked this morning.
Dang.
But it's crazy how y'all will go for a black man or go for any man off of what a woman says.
Ma'am, we not doing that. That's what we not doing. Only reason you care about this black man is because it's your uncle. All the rest of us black men, you couldn't give a fuck about. We never doing that because you don't have a big number of women speaking out for black men. So your little one ass, we not doing that. You only care about that black man because that's your uncle. He said algorithms are conditioning blacks to perpetuate and monetize these narratives. It's a psyop. Damn. Because I sit there and said, why is this shit on my timeline? Every day I would see the bitch sitting there in the white bathrobe. I would never click that shit. I was like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Like, I didn't see the title, but just, black bitches acting sad is something that's one of my pet peeves. I don't rock with that because they're fucking gladiators. And now the truth comes out. They put that shit on, and I know if they put it on my timeline, they put it on black people's timeline. Because that's I don't really watch much white stuff on YouTube. Put it on all of us black people's timelines. Like, what the fuck? Put this bullshit out here, son. Everybody getting paid off it. Yo, I got Cash App scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Hopefully, I'll be monetized at December 1st. But nevertheless, we do have announcements. We got other channels. We're going with a larger entertainment value. So it is what it is. But they're monetizing this bullshit.
Like, women don't lie every day to get ahead. I am a strong advocate for black women, for women in general, for people in general.
There we go. There's the truth. See, the black woman can't even tell a story without lying and getting to the real truth of what this story is. Listen.
A woman says, like, women don't lie every day
Listen
to
to
get
this.
ahead. I am a strong advocate for black women, for women
I'm a strong advocate for black women. Now listen to what else she said.
in general, for
women in general. So there's two women's before you start talking about a man. Only reason you talk about this man because it's your uncle, bitch. You ain't got no ring on, bitch.
people in general. But men, I feel like we need to just slow down a little bit and
Wow. She cut out how she was going to talk about men. These people are sick. These people are phony baloney, man. Wow.
You smart ladies out there who sat up there and thought to yourselves, oh, this cannot be true. This can't be, something that a woman would allow, which is not. It's not something that a woman would allow. I am a victim of sexual assault or rape or whatever you want to call it. And I don't appreciate one bit of
that's what we say, man. When we say gladiator, we mean it. Because we often say, hey, we know they come from some bad times. Nasty brothers out here, a lot of gladiators, BW, been through this sort of stuff. You know, maybe I'll start covering those things again. I used to cover those, but a lot of them been through this stuff, right? And it's the weirdest shit. You've been through this and you still ain't decided to just stick with one eggplant. You still got the urge to fuck different eggplants. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people, man? You've been through this, bitch, and you ain't married. Where you just got one man. You still cycling eggplants. But you talk about what you don't appreciate. Yo, it's tough, man. Any one of us, if we had got with this woman and she told us, yo, you know, I got touched or I got something happen to me when I was a teenager, we gonna say a real one, a real deal. She got, you know, she tried to fight it off and all that, and it still happened to her and this and that and this and that. And she get with one of us and be like, yo, I really like you. I was touched and stuff like that, but, you know, I really like you. I ain't really trying to be with no cycling through eggplants. You know, I ain't trying to just get passed around. You know, I really, really want to be with you and stuff like that. You know, I have a vulnerable past. And, you know, I was just a girl. You know. But they don't carry themselves with any sort of vulnerability. It's all gladiator shit. So a nigga can't even give a fuck about your plight. It is pathetic. It's pathetic, man. Black men want to give a damn, but you ain't acting like that bad, horrible thing happened to you. That was horrible. Why would you keep wanting to cycle through different eggplants? Instead of just being with one protector and one eggplant for the rest of your life. Someone who won't do stuff to you like that. Unbelievable, bro.
The accusations being put out there, especially not just because they're fake, not just because that they're out there just for clout, but because of the fact that this involves a family member of mine who I care about dearly. Multiple family members, if you want to put that out there, because the kids are my family too. The boys are somebody else's. The girls and the last baby are a part of my family. And if they're being harmed in any kind of way, I definitely would want to stand up for them, for sure. But her son is the one that the baby first initially said that was touching her. My grandmother was changing the baby one day, and she seen that it was red down there, and she said that her brother did it. Now, when they went to court, the court did not believe what she was saying because
I can't do this bullshit. Why was this bitch on people's timeline, man? This bitch is a nobody. Not, but the kids are important, but I'm just saying, I don't get it, man.
Hi, everyone.
Some weird shit, bro.
I couldn't get on here fast enough. I couldn't get on here fast enough when I heard people were trying to blame my son. I couldn't get on here fast enough. Couldn't get on here fast enough. I thought I heard someone who I've never met in my life coming on here trying to blame my son. Someone whom I've never met in my life trying to come on here and blame my son for the sick and disgusting things that my daughter's father was doing.
Now, I did not watch this video. As y'all see, I just skipped down to the bottom. So this is her reply. Okay, what do we like over here? Gladiator on Gladiator. We love it. I don't know what these kids go through nowadays, but I remember when we was growing up, remember like, you know, like 6th grade or whatever the case is, 6th grade or 7th grade, just when the girls are starting to develop. We was in 6th grade and 7th grade. So say you was in 4th grade. Say you was in 4th grade, 5th grade, but the 6th graders or the 7th graders had a fight. The girls, you know what I mean? And you know how it used to be back in them days. That's why I say these kids don't know what's going on. Like back in them days, them girls used to fight. They used to tear each other's clothes off. It was crazy. Like yo, when hold on. When the girls used to fight when we grew up, like some of the victory is stripping the other girl down. You know, that's some of the victory for the girl.
Coming on here trying to blame my son, someone whom I've never met in my life, trying to come on here and blame my son for the sick and disgusting things that my daughter's father was doing. This is not a game. This is not a game. How dare you? How dare you blame this on an innocent child? You talk about you got proof? You have proof? I've got proof right here. Right here. Show me your paperwork. Show me your paperwork. You talk about I am saying something different than when I was in court. Honey, you are.
Now that's a problem. That's a problem for me right there. That's my major problem. You got paperwork, put that nigga name out there. Like he did the ultimate violation. Let's get this nigga out here. Why? But I must say, well, no, I can't say that. The actual great victims protect the guy. I don't know why she protect him. She got paperwork. Let the men know who this dude is.
Show me your paperwork. You talk about I am saying something different than when I was in court. Honey, you already been there. Seen you in my life. It's not very good. Oh my gosh. Y'all want to see my protective order? Y'all want to see my protective order right here? I'm going to cover my daughter's name.
No, what's his name, bitch? What's his name? What's his name, bitch?
In the case of a vulnerable adult and a minor child, a relative, there is a preponderance of the evidence to believe that there was.
Bitch, please. See, this is, man, please. What is that nigga's name? Are you kidding me? Like, remember Nicki Minaj's husband was facing that stuff and he like, remember, this shit is so wild. So they put this bitch, she's getting more coverage on her story than Nicki Minaj's husband got. Okay? Now, Nicki Minaj's husband, his name was out there, his picture, everything. Why is this man's name not out there? Okay? That man went to court. They said, I believe he was Chris Petty, whatever his name is. I think he was guilty. Whatever the case was. I don't know what happened. He went to jail. I don't know. But I know that his name was out there. This woman is on every black person's timeline, but this man, this mystery man's name is not out there. And she's showing paperwork.
Respondent committed the following acts of abuse. Statutory abuse of a child. R word or a statutory F.
And you telling me you don't want his name out there? Are you kidding me?
Offense. Father has been coming into two-year-old and 4-year-old daughter's room and SAing them. This is from the judge. There's the case number. It matches the records. There's the proof. There's the proof. There's the proof. I'm done. That's all. I'm done.
Well, that makes my case. Why don't black women have this man's photo up?
Okay. Yes, hold on. Okay, y'all.
So that's like I said, it's about the dumbest shit I ever saw. Especially when they don't have a man up there. I don't. They put us in that. That's why this whole thing is weird. They put this on black people's timeline and they know, yo, we care about them children. They know that. But the man is not out there. Oh, it's an ongoing. Well, ongoing, bitch. You supposed to be a gladiator and upset and want to get that man's name out there. You bitches do it for less than that. You expose men for less than that. I don't get it, bro. Truly don't. Don't get it. No. It's about the dumbest story I ever seen. I want to do Pop the Balloon. I'm gonna have to reset myself. Because like I said, I don't like all this dumb shit. I'm gonna reset myself and I'll do me a Pop the Balloon. Do me a Pop the Balloon show. I got some of this Pop the Balloon set up. I'm done with this shit. This is sick. She comes out. The girl comes out against her. She comes back out against the girl. The man is a mystery ghost. That shit is wild. The man is a fucking mystery. Who the fuck is this dude? Crazy shit. I don't know. I'll come back with a Pop the Balloon so we can have more of a fun time. Because I just did this stuff because it was weird how this woman was on my timeline. I think it was all last weekend, B. It's like, why they keep putting this bitch in a white robe on my timeline? I'm not watching it. It's the wildest shit, man. Now it turns out it's a big whole story that still got legs with a whole mystery man. So now the two women are fighting. The man is left to the courts. But P. Diddy and everybody else is more public with names, but this woman's story is on every black person's timeline getting more coverage than Diddy. The shit is just wild. How they play these internet games on us, man. It's wild as hell, man. Man. What type of psychological warfare is this? A lot of brothers say this stuff be distractions because, you know, we heard Russia went with the nuclear and all that stuff. So just some weird ass shit. They keep forcing this shit down people's timeline to where I was like, well, I guess I'll do a reaction to it like everybody else. I fell victim to this shit. Some sick shit. Sick internet games, fellas. Sick internet games, B. All right, I'll come back with the Pop the Balloon, B.